what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell. Hey, in today's video, I want to talk to you about a concept known as indifference. This one's going to be for the men. This video in particular about indifference, and that's caring whether one outcome happens or not. This one is specifically going to apply for how relationships work when it comes to like a relationship between man and woman. There is scientific proof that shows that a woman will like you more when a man's feelings are unclear. Okay? So women will do things to test you, whether they're conscious of it or not conscious of it, in order to get a reaction out of you. And so masculinity is cool, calm, and collected. So if you're not somebody that has built up enough emotional resilience to not act out when situations get like heated, then, you know, likely she's going to rile you up, and that's going to lose attraction for you. And so based on how you were raised by your parents, this could be easy for you, or something like me that you're going to have to learn how to do over time. Right? And it's really difficult to change behaviors that you've had for decades based on your childhood experiences. Okay, so the idea of indifference. If you are, let's just say, let me give you some examples to see how this makes sense. Okay. If you are talking to a girl and you ask her out on a date and she goes, I don't really have time this week, blah, 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 maybe another time. And she doesn't try to set if she doesn't try to reschedule with a specific time, she just says, well, let's try it again some other time, maybe next week. And she doesn't give you a specific time. Okay, one, that means that she's not interested enough to go out on a date with you because she did not give you like a specific date to try to reschedule the date that you're trying to set up. So your response here should be, hey, yeah, no problem, let's set up another time. Shoot me a text or give me a call later when you know your schedule. All right? So the idea here is you're just showing her, hey, I wanted to see you, and obviously you don't want to see me, and I could care less either way. Because, if you don't want to see me, that's fine. There's going to be another girl out there that will, and I'm going to go and find that girl and spend time with that girl. But obviously, you're not going to say that to the woman. You just want to show her, hey, if you don't want to hang out, that's cool. Give me a call when you want to. And then leave it at that. Okay? And then don't talk to her until she decides to reach out to you. Because if she reaches out to you to try to plan a date to hang out, she's thought about you enough to where she now wants to choose to hang out with you. You can't force that to happen. So other examples of indifference could be if you're, if you're on a date, or if you're like in an argument with a girlfriend and she says something like nasty to you. Well, there's two ways that you can approach this. She says something nasty to you that's out of fucking character, and you know that's disrespectful. One, I would always call this out, because if it's disrespectful, you are not going to talk to me like that. All right, but the way you can handle that is you can freak the fuck out that she just called you that and make things worse. That's showing her that she can emotionally trigger you, and that's going to get her the response that she was looking to get from you. Or you could be cool and say, you know what, I don't really like the way you're talking to me right now. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go hang out with the boys. You can give me a call later when you calm down and feel like apologizing, and then you're taking your time away from her, okay? Or again, you can just say, or you could just be cool and you say, you know what, I think that was incredibly disrespectful that you said that, and you're not going to talk to me like that. Do it again, and I'm leaving. Well, that's an ultimatum. So you can say, do it again, and I'm not going to appreciate that. The idea here with indifference in that situation was, if she's being disrespectful, you can either lash out or stay like calm, and then you can pull your presence away from her. Because if you're pulling your presence away from this woman in this situation, you're showing her that her behavior is not okay. So it's really difficult to give you guys examples on indifference when this can apply in so many different ways. But again, the idea here is you have to come across that you're cool either way. So if you're talking to a girl, you're hooking up with a girl that's like relatively fresh out of a relationship, and she's going to more than likely still have feelings for this guy that she was in a relationship with. So if she starts questioning things on like her ex-boyfriend, like, oh, listen, I don't know if I really want to take this any further. I kind of still have feelings for my ex. Well, then you can say, listen, hey, whatever is going on between you and your ex, I don't really care. You can spend time with him, or he can keep you busy when you're not with me. Right? So you're telling her in this situation, listen, I get that you've got feelings with your ex. That's cool. I don't care. Go out and hang out with him, but when you choose to hang out with me, we want to have some fun. So you're allowing her to choose you to come to you no matter what. So there's a quote that I learned from Corey Wayne that I learned from a guy named Teek Min Han. You must love in such a way where the other person you love feels free. So in this case, unfortunately, you know, if she's in contact with her ex-boyfriend and you want to be with her, you have to tell her, listen, I don't care if you get back with your ex or not. Yeah, you either want to be with me or you don't. Like, I don't care if you get back with your ex or not. Call me whenever you want to see me and we'll hang out and have some fun. That's how you have to behave. So this idea of indifference, if you look at like the behavior that you have to like display here, it's again that masculinity role of cool, calm, and collected. You're just, nothing upsets you. That's a drama-free zone. And again, depending on the person that you are, this can be very difficult because this is going to require emotional resilience and like self-discipline to not freak out when we naturally want to, if that's just you know, the type of person that you are. So in the past, I have been that guy where I've fucking lost it based on some of the shit that my ex-girlfriend was doing that was incredibly disrespectful. Incredibly. But then I also have had an ex-girlfriend that would get upset with me and like literally start belittling me, and she would keep a conversation going for like 2 days, and it got to a point where I fucking blocked her on as many things as I could. I didn't want to deal with that anymore. You're gonna sit here and talk to me and belittle me like that? Now I don't think so. You're not gonna disrespect me like that. So, and I blocked her, and then she would find other ways to reach out to me, and I would block her on there, and I just gave it some time. In that situation, I don't ever recommend being in a relationship with a woman like that that's as emotionally volatile as that. Now, women are emotional creatures. Feminine is chaos, okay? But in that case right here, if a woman acts like that, that's because her childhood more than likely was pretty fucked up. So in that case, it's very hard to be indifferent, because if she's going to start saying things like, oh, you've got a small dick, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and actually, you can probably just laugh about that. It's like, yeah, I know I do, but you've been on it several times over the past week, right? You would say stuff like that. So indifference here with women then. Hopefully this video has kind of got you the idea of how you need to be when it comes to dealing with men and women, like with attraction rules. And I get it could be annoying. But if you've never studied how attraction between men and women work, and you don't understand how women operate, the idea of indifference then, of just being cool, calm, and collected no matter what happens, can be incredibly confusing, and it's going to be incredibly difficult to do, especially if you've never heard of it, because then you're never going to practice it. That's the hard part, is practicing being calm when she's disrespecting you or being rude or freaking out. But in any situation like that, the best thing you can do as a man is, if you're going to be with a woman that's going to be rude to you or do something that you don't like, the best thing you can do is to pull your time and attention away from that woman, walk away, and give her time, and she'll come back to you once she realizes that, yeah, she was being a little bit of a bitch. Or if she asks you for like space, for example, because she's taking you for granted, fucking move on, bro. Try to go find somebody else, and if she wants to be by herself, try to find somebody better than me. Don't tell her that, but be like, all right, go ahead. Have all the space you want. And then walk away. Pull your time from her. Right? But be cool about it. Hey, yeah, no problem. You want space from me? Cool. Give me a call when you change your mind. Otherwise, I'll see you later. And then just go about your life and let her come back to you. So that's going to be the video, guys, on indifference. I hope this concept of what I just explained really helps. You know, the idea of being calm and cool it can be difficult, but that's just how things are, man. So that being said, if you like this video, guys, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.